So I saw you on physical therapy. What's that?
Bathroom back there. Says bed on it. And men are worse than women. You're telling me.
Well, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, there you go.
First of the year, mine's out.
Oh, so some split.
I wasn't doing anything when I went outside.
Move on. Since I asked for committee reports, we don't have any committees. Then maybe somebody has something to add.
I don't have anything on
Well, my fault. First, I need a motion for the minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Okay, mayor's report.
December police report from 2013, 14 traffic warnings, 8 citations, non-traffic, 2 disorderly conducts, 1 trespass, and a message from our police department. In order for the police department to properly investigate and issue arrests, the following must be maintained. 1, proper notice must be given to the department. This may come either through dispatch, message on the answering machine for non-emergency, or direct contact with our police. 2, identity of the suspect has to be given. The incident, date, physical location, and what occurred. You must be the involved party, willing to appear for court proceedings. Not all complaints are criminal, some are civil and do not include police. We cannot accept secondhand information as fact. I'm not going to read all of this, you know what secondhand information is. The department will be happy to take information of the community concerns. This information may assist or lead to arrests for violations of state or local law. Citizen concerns are a vital asset to the police interaction, investigation, and arrests. January 2014 police report. Traffic, 7 warnings were issued, 4 citations were given. Non-traffic, 1 bad check, 1 underage drinking, 1 retail theft. And weather conditions. During this time of year, it can be expected that dramatic or sudden temperature, rain, snow amounts, water main breaks, or shortages in salt, anti-skid road supply may cause the outcrop of hazardous driving conditions. Please allow extra time to conduct safe driving activities. It's the driver's responsibility to take weather-related conditions into account and plan for reaction time necessary to avoid accident or injury. Simple rule of thumb, do not outdrive. 1, your vision of the roadway and other vehicles. 2, adjust your speed to allow braking and traction to avoid skidding. 3, make sure all your lights operate properly so other drivers can see you. And 4, focus your attention on driving. You may suddenly encounter frozen roadway, surfaces, emergency equipment, repair crews, etc. that require swift reaction. Be aware and be prepared. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We're on to committee reports. Kenny, anything? Oh, I do have a question to ask you.
Yeah,
Those cameras, inside and outside, are they going to be motion activated or?
they're gonna be on, whenever you program, it'll be on
All the time?
24/7. When Carly or whoever would enter the building, there's gonna be a code, either shut on, shut off, or resume. So you'll have some live time when you decide to punch back up, you'll have to shut the code off and do it. But other than that, it'll be on 24/7. I didn't get to, I talked to him on Monday, did ask the question how much material, data it keeps the stores. I'm still in the air, I think it's 4 or 5 months.
Aren't we meeting with them again?
Thursday. That's actually, I believe, an update on the building you asked you. Well, the update of the building is, we have a meeting on Thursday, February 6th, 4 o'clock. Mike and Ralph and the rest of the contractors still have work to do. The heating and cooling has been installed, finished. The electric is finished. They hooked up the outside lights, wired them in, and hooked the outside lights up. The flooring is probably, as an area, there's 4 or 5 floors still left to do, as far as the big meeting room, secretary's office, police office. I'd say they're probably a quarter of the way down on the floor, but now they probably did more today. So I don't know how much you got done today. The water's hooked up. As far as the doors are being hung, they have the first set of double doors hung on the front. All the interior doors hung. They have to do the other set of double doors and 2 in the back. We're still up in the air on what to do with the sidewalk. Officially, and I think Henry and I talked about this at the meeting. I think we come to the conclusion, and I think Bill, you may even came to the same conclusion if you were standing there. I can't remember exactly how it was. There's absolutely no way we let those people pull together if it's not, we're going to have not 3 or 4 days, maybe a week of nice warm weather. We're going to have to hold off. So.
Yeah, I did talk to you. I would sooner see it, a poured concrete sidewalk, and she was, lady mentioned putting stone or brick. I'd just as soon see the concrete. We can wait, and like we even suggested, if we have to, we can use the rear entrances if we win.
Yeah.
That's finished.
Well, after we talked, I had talked to the contractor. I think that anything they do that's maybe temporary out front, we're going to be charged for. So if we do anything temporary out front, like stone or patio stone or something like that, we want to put in place until nice weather, it's going to either have to be by the borough employees or we don't want to do $45 or whatever they're going to charge per hour.
I think our board employees can.
Yeah, I think they can handle that. If that's what we choose to do. I mean, there's still some grading that we've done out front. They have that whole front property and the side to grade down so we can plant grass. I think the best idea to go if once we'll find more about it.
Middle of March.
Yeah, we'll find more out tomorrow if you guys, or Thursday.
At 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock.
No, I'd probably be there by.
Yeah, we'll find more out on exactly what their game plan is on all this stuff, because everything's coming to an end there. Thursday. But if not, I suggest what we suggested. You know what I mean? Finish the back up, put the gravel in. You have a perfectly good access door to the main room at the back, so, for the first month or so. And that's all I have on it, other than that they have the cameras installed. I don't know if anybody's seen the cameras up under the eaves out there.
I was just surprised to see the lights on.
Yeah, actually I got the lights done and the cameras are installed, all the cameras are installed inside and outside the building. Most of the wiring is terminated, the plates are on. The only thing I think left to do is Comcast.
Is it monitoring for the cameras, the monitoring?
Well, I don't know that. No, I went in there the other day, they had all the cameras inside each room. I didn't see the monitor in there, but they could have put that in today when they put the outside cameras in today, because I went past, I saw the one exterior camera on there, goes around the building, and they're all on. So they could have put the monitors in the room today, I don't know if they did or not. Comcast came out to go ahead and set up the electric, or the service for the internet, phone and cable. At that time, they found out that the pole they have to go out with doesn't have cable. So they have to run a span, one pole from pole to pole from the alley out to the corner there where the electric's coming off of, and drop the line in from there. So they have to get the hold of the construction crew, that's gonna back them up in a week. I don't know why that wasn't in their whenever you sign the papers, they gotta bring a guy on site to make sure it gets done. I don't know why that wasn't part earlier, but, that guy, the fellow came out to do the pre-wire, which was already pre-wired by the security person. They gotta check it, they gotta inspect it, make sure it's right. That's whenever they found out that they gotta run a span cable to the So, but Thursday we'll know more. Everybody's welcome to come. I mean, I'm going to be there with Mike Mayock, Rolf, and the rest of the contractors. I feel that the only contractor probably going to be there is Jim Evers and Current Waves and the heating and cooling guy. I think they're all finished. So the only people who will probably be there is Mike, Nicole from Fairview, and then Lou, which is the contractor through their thing, and then whoever shows up is going. But that's like it, and that's Thursday, 4 o'clock. If you guys would like to be there. Can I have that?
Kenny, may I ask you about the locking system? Did you come to a determination on that?
Well, we haven't came to a conclusion yet. Once we get to the process where we're ready to move in, that's actually the last final phase that we didn't approve on the security. I think when we first talked about it, Carol's probably got it all written down there, that there was 4 bids.
Yes.
And the 4th one is the locking system on the doors. And to do the fob system is quite expensive. I think it's around $3,800 or $4,000. We'll have to look at it. I have to bid with me. But I also told Brian from 2 Crew that we want to look at just leaving the wires there for the future, in case that's what we want to do down the road, and just do the lock system on the outside doors, which will cut down the cost from about $3,800, and this is just off the top of my head, what he would quote me, it's not a final, probably down on $2,300 off the price. So I figured once we get Comcast in there, and that's the final phase. They really can't finish up for security without the internet and all that stuff. So I figured once we get close to Comcast being completed, whoever's on the committee at that time, obviously Michelle was on, Michelle Conley, she's not here any longer. So we may need another person. Whoever wants to get involved in talking to Brian about that last step, get together, talk to Brian about the doors. I want to give you an answer to that.
And if I may share with you, please look into Home Depot about the locking as well. And believe it or not, just recently, I was just there, they actually have key fobs now for a system where you can use with your iPhones, smartphones, and everything, if you want to go that route. But or you can just go with the regular keyless push button entry.
You can get that at Lowe's.
Home Depot.
Or Home Depot or just?
Home Depot, yeah, that has the advanced with the key fobs.
You know what? I wanted to ask him about that, again, I forgot about that, but I wanted to ask him about that, you mentioned at the last meeting. And I did talk to Brian that he's gonna be over here probably again next week. So I'll bring it up to him. I don't know, like I said, I'm not familiar with stuff you can buy at Home Depot, how security type it is for a commercial building. I mean, it might be great for homes. I have no idea what that stuff that's good, tighten up for a commercial building. Yeah, I mean, that's a question.
I use it on my commercial building. That's,
If it has any problem, I mean, it may be great, so that's something to look at.
you're talking $129 and you can program
And
it.
we should have an answer, the way I say, we should have an answer by the next meeting on what exactly we're gonna do with doors and costing. But at this time, I would have to say that we may have to have another meeting at this time. By the time we get it graded, gravel put down, furniture, and get that best, back and stuff. We may have to have a March meeting here at the time. So, in all intents and purposes, we ought to be ready to come here in March, whatever it is. So we're on, we're done.
And the security system will have, each person who has access to the borrow building, it's gonna have their own code, correct?
Yeah,
Okay. And that way it can identify if there would be a, you know, new entity building.
yeah, you know, before this is all said and done, I mean, we're just, the security system's not gonna be put in, hooked up, and see you later. This, Brian, the owner and operator of the company, he's gonna sit down with each and every one of us, especially Carly, probably one of the police officers, maybe even Jim, the other police officer, Jim can refer back to him, or maybe all of us. It'll be up to him on who he wants to train. It's gonna be 3 or 4 nights of training of specifics. So, I mean, it's not like hook it up and go. I mean, he's gonna take the time with us to show each and every one of us that's gonna use the system, how to, you know, fire it up, how to arm it, disarm it, and then pull up anything you need to pull up on the monitor. So, you know, that's down the road. That's probably sometime late February that he's gonna get with us and show us all how to use it. He said it's gonna take about 3 days, 3 meetings. He'll sit down with all of us and show us how to use it.
All right, thank you, Julie. Anybody else have any? Good on finished business?
Yeah, I have something to tell you. John Pavetas from Cleveland Street Extension, he contacted me a couple of years ago about the deck copy in the fire department property over here. And that's at that end of the street, and the pucks fly over, the cars that are coming by, and their vehicles. And I addressed a prior member of council and a fire company member at that time, because it's not their property. And apparently nothing was done, so he has recontacted us. This is the second request.
I remember that a couple of years ago.
Yeah, so, you know, you can pass that along to the fire department, see if they can do something. But it's on, it starts like on here.
I saw that.
Yep. You can't go to school and take a play off. Yeah, exactly.
Dave Dover,
We don't
like,
know.
Congress has made, he wouldn't know, that thing was brought up about the dog ordinance. Remember that one? And he wanted to know.
Yeah, Dave and I talked about that, and that's another thing. You know, these ordinances, when we talk about, I think we need to have a, yeah, you and I talked about. I mean,
Mommy still has
not a meeting, just to get these things out, you know, express the residents' concerns and tweak some of the older stuff that we have. You know, and revisit like the shade tree ordinance and that type of thing, which has been passed by council, but it's not included in the codification book yet. We have a lot of loose ends, that being one of them is the dog ordinance. And then we talked about a firearm ordinance at the public meetings. You know, I don't know the legalities that are involved in that. You know, I don't, the NRA bleeding down our throats. They're a pretty big organization. They were concerned about that also.
The one, the ordinance is already in effect?
No.
I thought you passed it. I thought you
Not
passed
the
it.
gun ordinance. Within the borough, but at the meetings. Now, what's stopping somebody from carrying in the meeting?
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah, yes. Well, that's it. If you have a gun permit or a concealed carry permit, no, it's not stopping anybody from coming to council.
I think you have the right to
Carry concealed
stop
weapon in
people
here?
from carrying concealed weapons.
I don't know, I mean, I'd have to look at that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in other municipalities where they carry concealed weapons.
We just have to look at the legalities and how that plays.
That's right, that'd be the best thing.
Well, that's been a suggestion too, and I can't remember, I think it was Mike Lawler's suggestion that a police officer would be present at all meetings. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, but when he's here, he's not controlled.
In any government body imposed gun stop is on the premises.
Legally.
Legally, yes. But I'll let Andrew take over that.
A letter from John Vetta over here. When's the next meeting, Charlie? Next Thursday?
Yeah.
I will bring this, well, actually, I'll give it to your trustee, but I will bring it up at the meeting.
Just moving it or moving it to the other side or eliminating it or putting it someplace else or put up a higher fence. I don't want to incur any more cost for fire department. How often do you play? It's a legitimate.
Yeah.
We're there all day long and it's really cold weather.
You still play.
Every day.
It's good the kids get exercise, but not at the, taxpayers' expense. Right.
Residential.
Any more unfinished
Yes.
business? Unfinished. New business.
All right, under new business, Mike, you said you wanted to do your own website?
Yes.
Okay, you're not going to be in conjunction with, what is it, the official Wkcm website that was shut down?
Yeah.
You're not running that part of it?
I'm sorry, I
Okay,
want to-
what website are you going to run? Or you're running your own website?
I'm running my own medicine.
Okay, we have to go ahead and pick up again the original Wkcm website, so these people who want to get onto it can get on. Now, we have a gentleman over here, Mr. Gossett?
Mr. Gossett,
Yes, who said he would do it.
I can look into it and see what it would take. I don't know if I'm familiar with that web application, but I'm willing to look into it and see that if I can manage it and then manage it, no charge.
So you have web development experience?
Yes,
And you're willing to do it free of charge?
yes.
You go ahead and look into it and bring it back to us at next meeting.
Yeah, I just need to know who I need to contact to get the access to the server and whatnot.
That would be Michelle. She'd have all the information. Michelle Collier. She lives on,
I can give you a number.
Okay. I'll come back to you.
here's the number.
Yeah, I'll give you.
So we can get that started and taken care of. And then the other thing I have, since Paula Henry has not filed her proper papers with the borough secretary or with the state, and she has no voting powers on this council, I would like to make a recommendation that we either advertise for another council person or have the council people put names in the hat to go ahead and fill that position. She has been noted out at ball games, shopping, and so forth. And she has not come to a meeting here in the last 3 or 4 months, and we can't have an absentee council person. This would kind of balance everything out for everybody else here.
The only issue, well, potential issue, I know that she was apparently in a serious car, she was hit by a car.
She has a bicycle accident.
Okay. Did she fall again after that?
Yes, after that.
That's the only issue right there, because due to sickness, you wouldn't be allowed to do.
And she hasn't filed any of the papers. It doesn't hurt. You can sit on your keister and fill out the papers and mail them in, or have somebody deliver them. None of this has been done. The time was January 16th. This time has gone by. I think she's been given enough grace.
I understand that.
What's the
You
board?
can possibly, you can open yourself up to her challenging this whenever you do appoint someone else. That's the only thing that
And one of the stipulations in the new borough code, that was, one of them, that someone can teleconference in, and the only way a person can be removed from council, this is from the borough code, this is in my book, is by either not getting elected, committing a felony, or passing away. Okay, now, this not filing papers, I don't remember that part of it.
if you don't qualify, which is basically filling out the paperwork, the affidavit, and everything.
So this is
like
continued
that,
after that happened.
then you can be removed.
Okay.
The office is basically considered vacant.
Oh, okay, right.
When you get elected. But, that's really the only issue I would say, as far as I know that she was in an accident. And it's really not, I guess, not my place to say this, but she was voted in. She was reelected, if I understand correctly, in November.
Yes.
Is that right? That's really, obviously the public would like her, but again, that's really not my place to.
Well, that she wasn't sworn in,
She
doesn't
has to
that,
be sworn in within 10 days after the first meeting.
After the organization.
I understand, it's actually 10 days that she has from whenever her period of election starts or whatever, but I'm just saying, as far as the sickness goes, I don't know how serious she was injured, so I can't speak on that. I'm just saying, I'm just telling everyone,
See her at Walmart.
basically how, I don't know, see, I don't know that stuff. I don't know how seriously she was injured. I don't know that she was out in the public, and I'm just telling you what I know from what the
Well,
code says.
if she was healthy to take a petition around, I witnessed her coming here to vote. There's other witnesses here who've seen her coming here to vote. What's her excuse for not fulfilling her?
Oh, I can tell you what Paula stopped at my house one day last week. She was it's been 9 months of recuperation since that accident on the bicycle. She was to return to work yesterday. And she's still continuing to have aggressive therapy. And the therapy just happens to fall into the evening on the night we meet for council.
Then she needs to give up the seat.
So she said unless she could arrange with another therapist to take over, and perhaps now she doesn't need as aggressive therapy, if she could arrange another time, then she would be more available. But then it also enters in here about her son playing basketball, and last year she went to the games, which that's right.
That has nothing to
But
do with it.
then she said to vote, if she wasn't here, she would be able to with her phone, and whoever was here that was authorized to do that, she could have a telephone call, and cast her vote if she was not here.
She has to
She would
hear,
make herself available, but she has to get sworn in.
she has to
Too
hear
late.
the
It's
public.
too late. It's too late to get sworn in.
in.
She's
And
done.
Pardon?
It's too late to get sworn in.
in.
Right.
So that presents another problem. If she is past the 10 days or whatever to be sworn in, then perhaps that just has to be erased, like she didn't win. I don't
Yeah, I don't know
know,
how
but
to
that,
do it. Yeah. Is that the
I'll
election null and
There's
void at that point?
It's 10 days, 10 days basically. The way that I read this, I understand that as she has 10 days to do this, and then that's when you can act. But my understanding is she can have an extended period of time if you don't act. But like I said, the only issue I have as far as is the sickness, and that's listed in the code. It says that. I'm just telling you possible issues that could come up, so I'm not saying that you can't do this right now. I'm just telling you the potential issues that could arise.
Should we go to the state board of elections to get a clarification on this?
I mean, that would be up to you. I mean, I don't know if anybody's going to give you a direct answer. I'm just telling you what I think from what I've read.
No, I just put it brought it up. I mean,
Now, obviously, it's up to you
If she's
how you
still
want to proceed with it.
these or if it's that additional day. Even though she has to go.
I can give you the codes. I mean, if you guys want.
What's the,
Do you have the actual,
I can look up.
903?
She's not eligible, that's what
It's in article. It's article 9. Page 15.
she's not eligible. You gotta give me
Section
Yeah,
5.
I don't, do you have the actual book?
No,
Right of council.
I'll just give you one.
Okay.
Right
You
of
might want to
council
look
to
under
declare seat of member
sometime.
vacant for
You might want to
failure.
look right of council
There
to
you go.
declare
As long as
seated
that's all
member
taken.
vacant for failure.
That's section 903. I thought you had 903.
Yeah, you'll be able to find it.
What's the section that states 10 days?
The same section that is it. That's okay.
Right, there's a-
Yeah, it's all under Article 9, vacancies and all.
Alright.
So, hey, you want to pursue any further?
Well, are you going to call the state board of elections or what's going to?
I'll call, first I'll call the Pennsylvania State Boards Association.
All right, whoever's
See
going to do that.
see what kind of information I can get from them.
Yeah.
And go from there.
All right.
Okay, any more new business? Okay. I need a motion to pay Senate Engineering invoice for professional services through December 27th, 2013, in the sum of $3,678.
What does that say? Specifically what that's for?
This says professional services.
Certain percentage for contract administration and a certain percentage of construction and inspection.
Mike, may I do that thing? That, she's trying to give me a bill for the floor, before the, yeah, that's done.
This is
Oh, that's
today's
redone.
Same.
I don't like it.
Making a motion for the bill.
All those in favor? Okay, next one is central heating and plumbing. Payment request 2 for work performed between September 30th, 2013 and January 29th, 2014 for $5,844.24.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I don't know if the building is approved, unless this is a change order and they take the miles, they should.
Okay. This bill's for, request 2 is for registers, equipment, ductwork, and exhaust.
That's included in their original bid? The portion.
It's all a portion of their.
Have a motion to pay second. Okay. All those in favor? Okay. Next, looking bids for GMC truck. We only got one. Walt Wilson. For bid on 1991 GMC 1-ton. Bids $1,089.
Truck and skirt of those, or just the truck?
That's truck.
Yes.
Yeah, we had some other verbal bids from people who never came through, never sent a letter. So that's, I mean, if we have one bid, that's when we need to go with.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the value of the truck or the cracked frame there, like that there, I mean, we want to bid, we want to get rid of it, get it out of there. You accept the rebid. You know, ask for, you know, have to bid, rebid it.
I make a motion, we accept the bid, get rid of it. We need the space.
I don't see why you can't. I mean, I was the only person that bid
But
on the truck.
I made a motion, to accept the bid.
All right.
Yeah, I second it, I really.
This will be sold as is.
That's how it was advertised.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Hey, Rob, I don't want to too much, I don't know if we can find a title.
I don't know if we can find the It's okay, 2 hours to find that out.
Hey, Rob, don't belly up yet, we don't have the title. That's a joke.
Contact me.
Yeah.
It lives up the street here.
Okay.
It's on his truck.
Well, I'm gonna.
Any more new business?
You know where that time is? Probably in a couple of townships. In a farm.
Yes.
I have permission to hand
There you go.
out a copy of the Sunshine Act executive sessions to the new member
Yeah.
council.
Right, shake
I
it.
made 5 copies. So that they.
Yeah, I just told you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll see you yours after the meeting instead of coming around.
All right, can I have a motion to pay bills?
Make a motion to pay the bill.
I'll second.
I have a question.
Your answer is they are mixing.
No.
No, just,
Yeah, they answer for you.
yeah, them buying tire wet, and wheel cleaner, and,
Let's change your stuff up. You want to keep it good.
you
We
know.
have enough salt.
Well, they got 23, about 24 more tons.
Is that correct?
Maybe for this week.
They got 90 tons
Yeah.
already on top of
Where
that.
does it rise up? Where do we get it?
Well, I don't know, I mean, I know I left the Morton salt down near Turtle Creek, so unless that's where they're getting it.
I heard on the, I think it's Allegheny, you get it from American rock salt.
Well,
Company
they're
in
getting it from Morton
Harrisburg.
Salt.
Pardon?
They're getting it from Morton Salt.
But I also heard them say, just an interesting fact, that Allegheny County, it costs them in salt, you know, to treat their roads down there, $55,000 for every 1 inch of snow.
Oh, probably, yeah, I mean, but they have, yeah, 600 miles of road.
No, they said.
I know, but I just
They
thought
work
that
all
was
day.
an interesting fact, that we didn't talk about that.
I knew.
We only have
Yeah,
10.
they're all really low on.
We only have 10 miles of road.
Your wife warned me about you.
What was your question?
I know.
Hey, what was your question?
Well, you know, them buying that tire wet, you know, and that's to spruce up the tires and make it look shiny and wheel cleaner. I mean, is that to make ours look nice? Or is
I
that
don't
to make
know. I
theirs?
mean, I'm hopefully that they're cleaning the trucks out there, these, I mean, that's salt.
And that's something we discussed about just the truck. At the end of the day, it was to be clean. The bed, the truck, and
At the end
everything.
of the day, they want to come
Well, there's a,
What's the story?
and
Here.
well, the first and second.
$77.
The first and second, we'll want to check into that stuff you're asking.
Right.
But yeah, then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
First and a second.
I just have to leave.
All in favor?
I want to just answer Ed's question real quick. He said something about the salt for the second time in 2 months here.
Well,
I
let me answer this question.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is the news has stated that everybody's, went
yeah.
through 3 times as much salt they did last year.
Right.
So West County World is in the same category as
Oh,
everybody
right,
else.
yeah.
And that the salt that they had, I want to give a hats off to the street foreman. I mean, they are actually putting a hold on salt right now, give it to Pennsylvania. He had put an order in 2 weeks ago, just received that the other day.
He's lucky.
Yeah, if he would have had waited, a week, 3 or 4, till they were down their last bucket, their last 2 or 3 truckloads, they wouldn't have been able to get it. This snowstorm we're gonna have, maybe hopefully bypasses us, but if we get it tonight, we wouldn't have enough to finish it. So I wanna give them a hats off. And with the truck, you were gonna ask a question about the truck?
Actually, I was gonna ask you about the salt. I was gonna ask you if you checked in to see if we had enough salt.
Yeah,
And then the new truck.
yeah, they did put an order in a couple weeks ago. And at that time, they were 2 weeks out. you know, Morgan's, you say they get it from?
Yeah, yeah.
They actually got it from a different vendor this time, because Morgan's was so far behind. Did they contact you on this different vendor?
No, but he did tell me that.
Yeah, they got it from a different vendor because they couldn't get it from,
Oh, they couldn't get it?
they couldn't get it
More.
more.
And it was a little more expensive, but, you know, with the snow coming, you just can't predict it. We couldn't be without salt regardless.
But that was
Yeah.
the question. The truck, I mean, where we're at with the truck, you know, I haven't been filled in as much as I would like about the truck. I mean, we had ordered the truck, and the truck is, having the bed, I think the truck and the bed, and it's ready to go. The bed's installed, the spreader's on, the lights are on. We had to fill out the paperwork. I mean, we went for 5-year loan, so we wanted to just fill out the loan
Yeah,
paperwork
I
for the
got the application, I have to send it to.
through the CoStar program and get that into them and the truck will be loaded.
Did we get that for less than what we paid
Yeah,
for it?
We did, when we first originally bid on that truck,
Gallons?
we were talking about $7,000 to $8,000 for a stainless steel bed, which was brought up to 62. But the bed that was on the truck was actually included in the price, so they took the steel bed price off it, which saved us money, added the $7,000 on, which came out to $57,800. Yeah, I mean,
See, if I would've bought that one down Walker, we're getting that, that was the same price.
right, we probably get under $1,000, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a 350,
Hey, I'm gonna get out.
3/4 ton truck.
Yeah.
Going down a Walker.
I'm gonna talk about it.
Ford to
Yeah,
450. But we'll know a little bit more about it, we'll know a little bit more about it with that loan, which the car essentially get a 2-year car.
Are they gonna bring it to us?
They're gonna bring it, hopefully,
Hmm?
they're gonna drive down this year.
Yeah, I think they should.
Yeah, yeah, that's price included brings it to it. So, I mean, as far as I know, the lights are on it, the files on it, and the bed is finished. Yeah, so they're waiting on us to, yeah. I mean, I think that's the kind of process. But yeah, the truck, if we could have a week, please move.
Thank you.
Well,
Anything else? Got a motion for adjournment?
While we're on the subject of roads, I moved here in June, and I'd like to say a real big thank you for the Wkcm people keeping the roads as good as you possibly can. At 12:30 Christmas night, I was looking out my window and they were clearing my road, which right when that big snowstorm was coming in. I thought that was great. I really appreciate it. They do good.
I'll pass that on to
Like, if you ever see them, they appreciate that. Everybody here that appreciates that kind of work and think that the roads are being done in a timely fashion and doing the best job that they can, you spread that on to them when you see them, man, I appreciate it.
And they did a good job last week, we had that water line break down here too.
Yeah, when every time I talk to them, they tell me, they say, hey, we got 2 or 3 people that say, you know, thanks a lot, we're doing a great job, so they appreciate it. If you see them, pass that on. I mean, I will too.
I did find Rick.
Yeah. We're gonna get together with them, all right?
what's happening.
So we're gonna get together with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, motion for adjournment?
Not on yet. Just a little bit.